There we go. Right.
And you can see the venom flowing. Very nice. Very nice.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to the vlog. Another amazing day here in South Africa. We only have a couple days left, and I can't think of a better way to start this one by playing with Mambas. So I'm here with Mike Perry, of course, amazing collection, and of course someone that milks venomous snakes for anti-venom, right?
Correct, yeah. I supply the venom for SAVP, South African vaccine producers, and they make the SAIMR polyvalent and the monovalent full-scale viper anti-venom.
And what's interesting is that this is just one of his rooms. He has a bunch of these rooms, and I was just thinking, like, the space in here is a little tight for Mambas, but you said Mike told me that he literally catches them right here, milks them right here. That takes some experience, and I respect that, because I would be a little bit sketched out having only this much room to work with something like a black mamba. But we're gonna get a chance to mess with some, right?
Yeah, we're gonna go outside and do that.
Okay,
so we
good.
have a little bit more space. I'll show you just now how we do it here, because what I do is I just slide the cage open, leave the snake in there, secure the head, grab him, and then I'll bring the snake out. Then we milk it.
Okay.
And then the snake just goes back into the cage.
Yeah, I would love to see.
Sure.
Okay.
This is the technique I want you to use. You just rake the snake, see there?
Right.
When he gets tired, you just put the tail off the ground, grab the tail, and there we go. You can see.
Of course, this is a really nice snouted cobra, beautiful big-bodied animal. And so, Mike, that's the technique you use. You want to just wear them out just a little bit, let them run a little bit, rake them back, and then when they're a little bit tired, you're able to work them a little bit better.
Yeah.
So as Mike showed us here, what we're basically doing is we're going to just try to rake the cobra back to where we want it. And of course, it's already a little bit snuckered out, to be totally honest with you. So it's pretty easy to just tail it like this at this point. You can control the head very well. And typically, when you're tailing an animal, you want to be just a little bit north of the vent here, and you can kind of control, if it starts to come up on you, you can spin back just a little bit, and that really controls a lappets like this. But you can tell this one is an absolute sweetheart. But it's definitely a chunky monkey. I mean, take a look at that big thing right there. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? Oh, wow, what a beautiful snake, and so well behaved. I mean, again, it's not even hooding up. It's just kind of chilling out. It's almost like a big Crebo, you know, but it packs a little bit more of a punch than that. Definitely a really good technique, though, to kind of wear that snake out a little bit. And I've always talked about, you know, snakes use a tremendous amount of energy when they move, so it doesn't take too long to get them to the point where they're wore out, and then they're a lot more well behaved, at least in this case. And this is an absolutely gorgeous snake right here. Look at this, guys. We have a Cape Cobra here. Look at the display on this animal. And this, of course, is one of the most highly venomous cobras here in Africa. You definitely don't want to get bit by something like this. And look at it just displaying like that. What a beautiful specimen. But thankfully, for guys like Mike here that are doing the venom extraction that ultimately goes to the serum, it's saving a lot of lives for sure. I don't want to test out that serum, but this is definitely the place to do it if anything were to happen. But I tell you what, I always have this theory that you always stay away from the sharp end of snakes like this. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful animal. And it's just kind of keyed in right now on Forrest filming, and that camera right there. Oh, it doesn't get much better than this. This is the perfect pose for this animal. This guy's a cranky little dude right here, but it's time to put him back. We've definitely had some fun with this little guy. Oh, fuck. Look at him go. Look at him. Woohoo! What a beautiful snake right here. Take a look at, guys. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, get him back. Oh, wow. There you go, little monkey. Oh, what an absolute gorgeous animal, huh? I tell you what, I love it. I always say, you know, I don't do roller coasters, I don't do zip lines, but I always love being on the end of something that could kill you. And you gotta respect them. You never can fear an animal, but you've gotta show it a tremendous amount of respect, because as soon as you wanna be a cowboy and do something silly, like, oh, look at me with the venomous snake, that's when you're gonna get bit. Show these guys respect and you'll be safe.
Brown is black mamba. We're gonna use the raking technique,
right,
and tail and hook on the snake.
Okay.
Right, so I'm gonna take the snake out and put him out there. He's gonna move. I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I'm going to step back, and you're going to do it.
Great.
All right.
And this is great, guys, because, you know, I've handled mambas in the past, but Mike is a professional, so learning a technique from him that has worked for so long is really going to help a guy like me that has experience, but not nearly experienced as Mike. So I'm really anxious to see what he's doing, and hopefully I can give it a go, and it'll all work out.
Oh, there we go. Right, so that's a typical mamba rearing up there. Okay, they lift about a third of their body off the ground. Okay. And let's just get the snake some space. Let him move. There we go. Right. And now I'm raking it. You see there. 2 hands. Press it down and rake back. Okay, go. That's it. That's it. That's it. Right, you can also walk back when you get that, so you can get him back to where you want him to go. Walk back with him. Walk back, go up to the container there. Up this way. That's it, go. Go some more. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
This isn't like raking leaves in the yard, guys.
Exactly. Just, this is a dangerous leaf. Right, some more. Excellent. Keep him under control. Right. Okay.
You can see he's slowing down,
Yeah.
but he's still got some energy, but he's definitely not nearly as enthusiastic as he was.
Right, we've reached the stage now. Okay, right. Lift the tail off the ground and grab the tail. Right, let's see that. There we go. Excellent. They do that. They do roll. You must watch out for that.
All right.
Excellent.
There we go, guys. Now that is a technique I absolutely love. It works so well. Look at how well behaved he is now. I'm a little bit tired and a little bit wore out, but the snake is wore out too. Oh my gosh, this was fantastic, Mike. How to tame a black mamba. Well, I wouldn't say tame a black mamba, but handle it as safely as possible. That is absolutely incredible. And look at this guy. He's still fired up a little bit. The black mamba is definitely a snake that is one of the most fascinating, intelligent snakes that you could ever imagine. So there it is, guys. A black mamba. This was such an impressive technique, and wearing out the snake where it isn't harming the snake whatsoever, but you're protecting yourself and making sure that this animal doesn't have the energy that it would typically have when you're trying to catch something like this. So if I ever come across a black mamba in the wild, this is definitely a technique I'm going to use, because those wild ones are full of energy and trying to wrangle them is so hard. But using this technique, you can wear it out and it will definitely be a much easier capture. Oh my gosh, nothing like handling a black mamba, guys. Just take a look at how amazing that is. Whew! Tell you what a way to start the day. It's about time to get this little guy back in the container. There you go. There you go, little dude. There you go.
Okay, and we lift it up like so. Right. And don't go near that container. All right, we keep our hands away from these containers. These snakes are notorious for giving, at that last minute, a strike. And if your finger is there, you bit just like that. You thought you had it all in the bag, and then you lose that right completely.
Guys, Mike, you're a champion. Was that awesome or what? Oh my gosh, that was the coolest experience I've had yet in Africa. Wow, Mike, thank you so much.
Pleasure, man.
Oh my gosh. Guys, so now I'm excited. Mike is going to show us his real trade, which is actually milking a black mamba. So what do you say we get to it?
Yeah, let's go. We'll find the snake and bring him out here.
All right, come on, guys. Okay, this is going to be awesome.
This one looks like he's ready to do it. Watch there. Just gently go in here. Let him reverse. Reverse, reverse. Okay. And there we go. Got him. So let's go him out. Right, so that's the typical trademark of the black mamba, that dark mouth. Little fangs right in the front there.
And you can see the technique was basically to use those tongs and gently get its body in the tongs. And the black mamba will reverse, and once it's reversed, he puts just a little bit of pressure so that he can actually hold the animal. You'll also see that he's using his foot to gently kind of just control the middle of that body so that it doesn't swing around. Now that he has it completely secured, now we're going to get into the milking.
Okay, so you're just going to get him onto here. And you can see the venom flowing. Very nice at all. Okay, so we normally let them bite a number of times just to make sure we get all that venom, and then we just gently massage the venom glands to get maximum venom out. One more bite, okay. Yeah, he's with me. So this venom we're going to use for the manufacture of the polyvalent snakebite anti-venom. So this is it. SAIMR, polyvalent snakebite anti-venom. Company is called South African Vaccine Producers that makes the anti-venom. The government company. So I extract the venom, and once a year I deliver those venoms, and that venom is then used in the manufacture of our polyvalent anti-venom.
All right, guys, what an absolutely incredibly amazing day. Unfortunately, tomorrow is our last day here in South Africa, and tomorrow evening we head home. But what an amazing time we've had. Again, tomorrow we have some really cool things lined up, so make sure to tune in. As always, thank you guys for all your support. I hope that you have an amazing day, evening, whenever it happens to be. Can you do me a couple favors? Smash that like button for all the stuff we've been doing. Turn the post notifications on. Remember to be kind to someone, and I promise I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.